Have you ever wanted to make a bow to go on a piece you already have? A classic stripe like this is evergreen. It can go so many different seasons. And I'm going to show you how to work with this ribbon here and make a beautiful bow. Hey Bloomerinos, I'm Kali, and if we've never met before, welcome. Welcome here to my page and channel. We're so glad you're here. I teach floral design to many hundreds of women and men every week, and one of the most important things we can do is utilize bows. And bows work really well in different projects, and one of the things that I like to do is I like to use this type of stripe. I call it a horizontal stripe because it's a stripe that can bring your eye to the center of the bow. So I love this type of ribbon. Classic black and white is excellent because it can be used all year long. So what we're going to do is start off by kind of deciding what type of bow we want for this project. And if you want to see the project we're going to use this bow on, just ask in the comments. We'll get you the link. But for this project, we want the tails to be long. So I'm going to just angle cut the tail. And so if the tail is going to go on the right side of my bow, I'm just going to cut it like this where my point comes down. And I'm going to go super long because I want it to be very dramatic. So 20 inches, I'm going to bring that right to the center. Now, I'm going to take my right hand forward and my left hand back to make my first twist. So we twist to get that wrong side up because then we can bring the right side back. And I'm going to go at about 6 inches right here, and I'm going to twist again. And I want to have that nice and loopy. And you guys, if you want more direct instruction that takes you through step by step of making the whole process, come join us in design school. Not only do I teach, of course, the bows and the projects, but I am more specific and more in depth of taking you through the trainings so you can make beautiful pieces step by step. And you're going to see me do a lot of basic projects here on Kali's.com. And on our social media, and in design school we take those all to the next level so that you have the ability to kind of scale up your work to the next level. So you can see we just brought our tail in. We have two tails. They're both at 20 inches, and we've got a nice little scrunch there. Now I'm going to bring the next layer on top, and that's where the drama comes in. And you don't have to make this very complicated. I'm going to cut this at an angle because I want my angle cuts to match. On the right side of the bow, they're all going to be cut to the right. On the left, they're going to be cut to the left. Okay, and I want to line these up where there's some like distance between the cuts. So if we were at a 20-inch tail, I want you to be at like a 16-inch tail. Then I'm going to do the same thing. My right hand goes forward, my left hand goes back. I'm going to come over here and we're going to go to 5 inches. So it's a little bit shorter. Remember I told you how it's going to help bring the eye to the center of the bow? You're going to see that all come together as we build it up. And I'm going to come over here on the right. So in this particular bow, we're using the power of the stripes and the beautiful black and white combination to allow them to kind of pop against the colors we're going to use in our design. And this is going to be for a wreath, this bow. So I want to make sure it is classic, and that way it can go for any season. All right, now grab a cable tie. You can use a wire if you prefer. I prefer cable ties. I'm going to come down the right hand side, and we're going to add some pressure. We're going to get that kind of tight, but not all the way tight. And I'm just going to put this off to the side here, my bow maker. Now this is not fluffed. We are not even close to finished. This is probably the part most people don't take the time in. So I want you to stop what you're doing at this point, and let's take the time to get this looking good, because this is when it matters. Rotate this back between your fingers. That's where we're going to be tying it off. I'm really big on mechanics, so I want to hide that in the back. We don't want that up front. We want that to be tucked in the back. Now I'm going to start to take, and I'm going to watch these twists, and I'm going to make them real sharp. Now I'm holding pressure with my hand that's tighter than the cable ties. But I want these two longer tails, they're loops. These two longer loops to be divided by the shorter one. Important. I'm not just here to whip something out real fast. I want it to look polished. You see how polished it already got? And I told you those lines will bring you to the center of the bow, and that just, oh, that drama is gorgeous. Now we are ready to tighten it up. Now we've got it fluffed the way we want it, but I need to add a way to attach it to our wreath. And we're going to use a cable tie in the back. Pull that tight. It's looking beautiful. I'm going to come in and trim this part off because we don't need this. That was just the part that got it originally held all together. And now Look how pretty. So you've got a beautiful, mechanically beautiful bow. I've got these gorgeous tails. I'm talking about those tails. Look at that. That's just classic and gorgeous. So our very last step is to hide the mechanics that is going through the center. And so that, when I say mechanics, that's how we built it. We want to hide like the construction materials of how we built it. And I'm going to come in with a little bit of this stripe, and we'll put that right down the middle. I'm going to slice a bit of it. And I do this so I can get a couple of center pieces out of this piece of ribbon. Super duper easy. All right, I'm going to take and fold it on its own. Boom, boom. And now we got a nice little stripe action. And you can split these if you want. If you want more black, more white, or you just want the black, we can fold it to just have the black. I'm going to try to do a little both. Like a little yin-yang there, okay? Let's put it right down the middle. See how classy that looks down the middle already? I love that. Now come in the back, and we're just going to tie that tight and finish off our gorgeous bow. I prefer 2 knots if I can get it. And then I'm trimming this off. I am just trimming it off right here. Ta-da! Look how pretty. Rotate it around, fluff that dude up, and look how gorgeous. So I think it turned out great, and I can't wait to see yours. Share it with us, and don't be a stranger. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, and followed us, you got to do it, because I'm here to show you more pretties just like this every week.